The Book of Jubilees is a significant ancient Jewish religious work. It retells stories from Genesis and early Exodus, covering creation to the law at Sinai. Jubilees presents these narratives with unique additions and interpretations. The text claims to be a direct revelation dictated to Moses by an angel on Mount Sinai. Scholars date it to the 2nd century BCE, within the Second Temple period. Originally in Hebrew, fragments were found among the Dead Sea Scrolls. The most complete version survives in Ge'ez, as the Ethiopian Orthodox Church considers it canonical. The book emerged during intense cultural and religious ferment within Judaism. It reflects concerns about Hellenization and internal religious debates. The Maccabean Revolt highlighted the importance of maintaining Jewish identity. Jubilees defends a particular understanding of Jewish law and history. It advocates for a 364-day solar calendar, different from lunar-based calendars. Correct observance of festivals according to this calendar was essential. The book reinforces strict adherence to the Torah's commandments. It explains the origins of evil, often attributing it to fallen angels. Jubilees offers a sense of order and divine predetermination to history. It sought to defend Jewish traditions and identity during a time of change. The book's unique perspectives provide valuable insights into ancient Jewish thought. Predestination is a prominent theme in the Book of Jubilees. All events are foreordained and written on heavenly tablets. This includes individual lives and the fate of nations. God's plan is immutable and encompasses all time. The angel of the presence reveals these events to Moses. This concept provided comfort, suggesting God was in control. Human actions mattered but unfolded within a divine framework. Angelic influence is another key theme. Angels play active roles as God's messengers and agents. Some angels, like the angels of the presence, serve God faithfully. However, fallen angels, known as the Watchers, brought corruption. Prince Mastema, a chief of these spirits, tests humanity's righteousness. Strict legal observance is emphasized, including Sabbath and festivals. Many laws are portrayed as observed by the patriarchs before Sinai. The book targets assimilation to Hellenistic customs as a threat. Eschatology features significantly, anticipating a future age of judgment. Righteousness will triumph, and God's people will live in peace. The book's eschatological vision offered hope and encouraged perseverance. Jubilee's teachings on divine order and human conduct shaped its readers' worldview. The Book of Jubilees begins with the creation of the world. It follows Genesis chapter 1 but adds specific details. Angels were created on the first day, differing from other interpretations. The 6 days of creation are meticulously recounted. The Sabbath's establishment on the 7th day is paramount. Jubilees stresses the Sabbath as an eternal ordinance. It was observed in heaven before humanity's creation. The story of Adam and Eve in Eden is detailed. Adam was in Eden for 7 years, taught agriculture by angels. The serpent tempts Eve, leading to their expulsion. Jubilees provides precise timelines for these events. The narrative moves to Cain and Abel, recounting Cain's murder of Abel. Cain's punishment and wanderings are described. Prince Mastema is introduced as the chief of evil spirits. The growing wickedness of mankind sets the stage for divine judgments. Jubilees expands on the Watchers, angels who took human wives. Their offspring, the Nephilim, filled the earth with violence. This angelic transgression led to the Great Flood. The Watchers were judged and imprisoned. Their story explains the origin of demonic evil and its influence. Amidst widespread corruption, Noah stands out for his righteousness. He is chosen by God to survive the impending global catastrophe. Noah receives divine instructions to build an ark. Jubilees emphasizes Noah's warnings to his contemporaries. The Great Flood is attributed to the sins of the fallen Watchers and humankind. The floodwaters cover the entire earth, destroying all life not in the ark. Jubilees provide specific details about the flood's duration. The account underscores God's justice in punishing sin. It also shows his mercy in preserving a righteous remnant. After the flood, God establishes a covenant with Noah. The rainbow is given as the sign of this covenant. Jubilees connects this covenant with the giving of certain laws. The Festival of Weeks is linked to the renewal of this covenant. Following the flood, Noah divides the earth among his 3 sons. Jubilees provides a detailed account of this division. The book emphasizes adhering to these allotted boundaries. The Tower of Babel is seen as an act of rebellion. God confuses their languages, leading to their dispersal. Jubilees portrays Abram's early life with unique details. It emphasizes his early rejection of idolatry. Abram recognizes the true God through his study of the stars. He opposes his father's idolatrous practices. Abram's call by God is presented as a reward for his righteousness. The covenant with Abraham is a pivotal moment. God promises numerous descendants and the land of Canaan. Circumcision is presented as an eternal law. Failure to observe it is considered a grave sin. The destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah serves as a warning. Lot is rescued due to Abraham's intercession. The binding of Isaac is the ultimate test of Abraham's faith. Prince Mastema instigates this test. Abraham's willingness to sacrifice Isaac demonstrates his obedience. Isaac is spared and a ram is provided as a substitute. Jubilees recounts the death of Sarah and Abraham's purchase of the cave of Machpelah. This secures a permanent ancestral burial site in the Promised Land. Jacob's life story is narrated with attention to his struggles and divine favor. The rivalry between Jacob and Esau begins before their birth. Jacob obtains the birthright and Isaac's blessing. His journey to Haran to find a wife is detailed. He marries Leah and Rachel and has 12 sons. Jacob experiences divine protection and guidance. He wrestles with an angel and receives the name Israel. The story of Dinah's defilement by Shechem is significant. Simeon and Levi take violent revenge. Levi is praised for his zeal in upholding purity. The narrative follows Joseph, Jacob's favored son. Joseph's brothers sell him into slavery in Egypt. Joseph rises to power due to his wisdom. His story demonstrates God's plan. Judah's sin with Tamar contrasts with Joseph's integrity. Jubilees records genealogies and the deaths of the patriarchs. The Book of Jubilees describes Israelite oppression in Egypt. After Joseph's death, a new pharaoh enslaves the Israelites. Moses is born and raised in Pharaoh's court. Jubilees highlights Moses' special destiny. The Exodus demonstrates God's power and faithfulness. Jubilees narrates the 10 plagues and the Passover laws. Prince Mastema works with the Egyptian sorcerers. The crossing of the Red Sea is a miraculous climax. The revelation at Mount Sinai is the culmination. An angel dictates the Book of Jubilees to Moses. The book emphasizes the 364-day solar calendar. Correct observance of Sabbaths and festivals depends on this calendar. Jubilees contains strong polemics against lunar calendars. Detailed instructions for festivals are provided. Adherence to this calendar was a defining feature. It marked true covenant loyalty. Jubilees' teachings on the calendar and law shaped its community. The Book of Jubilees held considerable influence within certain streams of ancient Judaism. Its discovery among the Dead Sea Scrolls is significant. The Qumran community regarded it as authoritative. Jubilees impacted later Jewish midrashic traditions. Its ideas resonated with many. Jubilees also influenced early Christian traditions. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church includes it in their canon. Jubilees' ideas appear in some New Testament writings. The book preserves ancient traditions and interpretations. Its angelology and demonology offer insight into Jewish thought. The expanded stories of the patriarchs provide a richer understanding. The book's emphasis on a specific calendar sheds light on Jewish practice. For modern scholars, Jubilees is an invaluable resource. It reveals the diversity of Jewish thought before Rabbinic Judaism. Studying Jubilees enriches our understanding of this pivotal period. The Book of Jubilees stands as a remarkable testament to ancient Jewish faith and interpretation. It sought to retell sacred history with contemporary relevance. Presented as a divine revelation to Moses, it carried immense authority. The book's chronological framework shows God's ordering of time. Its narrative additions and legal interpretations guide righteous living. Jubilees asserts divine sovereignty and predestination. All events unfold according to God's eternal plan. It stresses strict adherence to God's law and the solar calendar. The book explains the presence of evil through the Watchers and Mastema. Jubilees challenges readers to live righteously and avoid spiritual dangers. Adherence to its laws and calendar was crucial for covenant faithfulness. The book encouraged vigilance and separation from corrupting influences. Even today, Jubilees offers valuable insights into ancient Judaism. It illuminates the roots of Jewish and Christian traditions. The text shows dynamic interpretations of sacred narratives. Its emphasis on divine order and moral conduct continues to resonate. Studying Jubilees allows us to appreciate the quest for meaning. It shows the desire to live faithfully according to divine will.